we're just going to walk along now the cliff edge, or the bottom of the cliffs. This peninsula is renowned for looking a little like Cornwall, with the rocky outcrops etc, with which on the walk now you'll see lots. We're just at sort of the top of the cliff now, and just come round the headland, and there's a little village here that just at the time of filming I don't know the name, but I'll what's the name afterwards. Looking back now towards where we come from, well, it's just got lost round the headland actually, in fairness. See you just with the two dogs. They've been a bit of a pain this last few days. This is first time that we've had them with us while we're on holiday. Yes, we're just coming into the little village of Rotherslade. We're just saying that this is perhaps a little bit more ideal for families with children, as there's a beach and beach houses etc. Beach huts, should I say. We're just saying this building's a little art deco and like I say, it's apartments now sort of thing. Anyway, we're just going to go down to the beach, and just been about 3/4 of an hour from the start point to make our way back there before dinner. Just look at all of these beach huts here just on the bank side, and they got their own little cafe there on the front, which you should just see the name of this little village. Anyway, we're just going to, this is as far as we're coming this morning, just about an hour away from where we started, and Margaret's generously going to buy us both a coffee in one of these cafes. We're about 4 hours on, and we're at a place called Rosselli Bay, just up a bit further around the Pembrokeshire Peninsula. This is supposed to be a most famous beach. As you see, it's quite extensive, and we're just going to venture off down the hillside now. Margaret's had her heart on coming here today, and we've just got lost 3 times.
Closed the road in front of us.
Closed the road in front of us, so we had to have a detour into Swansea. Anyway, enough of that. It'll all seem little importance by the time you... We're just looking across now to Worm's Head Point. There is a walk across to it, but unfortunately with the lateness of the day we're going to have to miss that. But we noticed that 1 or 2 people have been writing in Welsh, unfortunately. The only word we can see in English is happy there.
I think it's anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Margaret thinks. I've just zoomed in, but I think it says out of focus. Anyway, just taking the longer view once again across the bay. I don't know whether you can see it now, but we're just quite a lot lower, and it looks to read Happy Birthday Tom, and then 10, assuming the age of the child that it relates to. We've just got to climb back up again shortly, that's the only problem as far as I'm concerned. There's Margaret now, just got down to the bottom and she's just going to write her name in the sand. And there's one or two surfers out. Well, there's two actually. I'll just see in a second whether I can catch one when he's surfing. Oh, he's just come in now. Don't know whether he's in. Oh, he's just lost the wave. I'll have another try in a few seconds. It's the 24th of October 2012 and we're at a place that we just sort of got to the morning yesterday, a place called Langley, and we're just going to go on a little bit further again on one of the coastal footpaths. Just scanning round now. I think yesterday's filming you would have seen this, what looks like a church, but apparently it was built by a rich mine owner and then was turned into like a miner's rest home some years later. There's Margaret just waiting for us, and the coastal path now continues round this headland here, which I'll show a bit later on of course. But it's a nice sunny day today, as can be seen. People out on the beach. This is going to be the final shot now of Langley. We're just about to go round the point. We just noticed that there was quite a big ship just on the sort of horizon there. I don't know whether the camera's, that's it now. It's the first one we've seen actually of any size since we've been down around the point, and this is now a place called Caswell, C-A-S-W-A-L-L, sorry, W-E-L-L, Caswell. And Margaret just says it looks as though the ice cream place is closed. She's just down here with the dogs now. We just go into the little bit hamlet itself and a bit of film. But it's been really quite a nice walk around the headland here. It's 11:45 and we've just got down to the beach area. We just stopped at a cafe down here and just had a nice coffee and an ice cream. Well, I've had the ice cream, and we're just setting off back now. I say again, this is a place called Creswell. Margaret's just anxious here to get off with the dogs, and a big climb on the way up and then a drop down back into where? Langley, isn't it? Langdale. Langland. We get it right between us one of these moments. It's the 25th of November and just a few shots now of the Mumbles area itself, the town. Well, this is the pier. Unfortunately it isn't open at the moment. They're doing some repair work on it, so we haven't been able to go along. We had a meal in this cafe last night. Now swinging round, this is the bay itself, and the town is just out of view on the left of the screen. We go down a little bit and film that. Straight across now in front on the on the top there. That's Swansea City, of course. we've just moved a little further down the road now, just so that I can show you the little town of Mumbles itself. There's the pier from this location. As you see, there's one or two small yachts here. So at last, this is a shot of Mumbles Bay itself. It's got a little castle actually. You perhaps just see the remnants of that. We didn't go up to that, funnily enough. And we went in this pizza restaurant last night, only to find it was very, very expensive. So we didn't stay. Anyway, we're going up to Botanical Gardens next. Doesn't it?
Yeah. I don't know how she's coping with all that.
Well, we're just a bit further down now. Admitted we've drove down 2 miles, but we have walked actually from the pier to this point, but over the last 2 or 3 days, not in one go. As you see, we're just a bit near that tower building there that we know quite well, because there's a superstore just at the back of it, so we'll just go on a yard or 2 more before turning round. As you can see, we're just about to enter a park which is in the city, and we're particularly interested at the moment to go into the walled garden, the botanical park. Well, it's pretty obvious we're in the walled part of the garden. Of course, it's late October, so not a lot in flower. Notice this trichiatrist here, toad lily, I think, if I remember right, common name for it. And what did you think of this canny? I don't believe I've seen a pink canny before, and it's definitely a canny, looking at the foliage. We've got a number of collections across here of various sorts. We just go across, and that'll perhaps explain itself when we get across. Would you believe we walked into this garden and they've got a collection of delphiniums, about 20 different varieties. I've just had a word with the head gardener there, as he's just in the picture now, just doing a bit of planting out of ballies, and he says that they cut them back just after flowering in June to get this reflowering. But there's also quite a collection of dahlias here that must just have a look at. There's a very deep red one there that stands out. Mixture of, again, pom-poms and what have you. There's a water lily type here, very nice. Notice that one there has been nice, very nice. That's the bi-colour.
Well, I said it's the second crop. What's the earliest? June they usually come.
This is the other bed of delphiniums. He said that these were 7 or 8 years old, whereas that first bed I've been filming were 2-year plants, 2 years old. I mean, of course, at this time of the year, this second flush of flowers is not really as dramatic as the first June flowering. And they've also got a collection of asters there, Michaelmas daisies, all looking a little bit grotty, I'm afraid, but considering the time of the year, you know, it's not bad at all.